Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, no. I say you don't want problems, you don't want.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Ready, select 25. Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Watch twist. Hey, express. Check nickel. Joker. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. What a spin. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. On 2nd and inches, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Gun. Check 25.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montravius Adams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Ryan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
18.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Check.
They toss to Freeman. And he's got some space here. 15 yards on the play, first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
Play action. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good. I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He may try and run for this. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. He Gets this to Davante Adams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Duke Riley, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble. But all is well. First down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the 2 now, second and goal.
218, chop. Switch. Back north.
Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. It's third down and goal from the 2-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. As time expires in the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the...
And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
61, match box, white.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready, 20. Hey, express. Hey, Charlie.
Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
18, jump out. Pilot, 64, you don't see me, get out, man. He's crashing.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Rodgers. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Throwing is Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 51 yards. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check 24, check 24. Throw me!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught at about the 6. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you
throw it across his body and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to float this over the middle. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. One people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Ryan, he's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
24 is the mark. Get out.
To throw again. Ryan, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
51, down.
On first down, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Blue 58. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers looking to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Blue 58. Inside. Check 50. 6-6. Pull it. Flip again.
Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison, 34 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
25.
Now Ryan on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. One last shot for Ryan. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time